conflict. Now, I could talk about the conflict that the party are currently involved in Torgoval, where they're against who knows what. They don't know yet. They know that there is war coming, they know that it's got something to do with the Man in Black, but they don't know why, when. Well, they know when, but they don't know why or how or any of the actual details. And I don't want to spoil that for them or for you if you're following the Travellers of Layspark videos. Please go take a look, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTube guffin. So no, instead I want to talk about the conflict of Kileryne. So Kileryne is where the Archipelago of Dragons story is currently taking place. Kileryne is broken up into two areas. You have the Archipelago, which, if you don't know what an archipelago is, it's basically a cluster of islands in ocean separated by water. That's basically it. It's a massive archipelago that the players are moving around, and that's a broken part of the mainland that was once Kileryne. So it's part of the Kileryne landmass, but it's separate. So the archipelago is not at war, because there's just too many things going on there. They've got their own problems, and if anyone's going to go to war, it's going to be the dragons that rule the archipelagos. So instead, let's talk about the mainland of Kileryne. What actually is going on there? And what's going on there is all-out war that has been waged for now probably hundreds of years. I mean, it's been since there was obviously the battle with Tiamat and Bahamut and Giovanni, the champion of Cyrillili, the goddess of the kitchen, and they basically broke Kileryne. They broke what became the archipelago, and that was kind of where the main power originally was. It was why Tiamat and Bahamut were fighting with their dragon armies. And when that area got shattered and just drifted into the water and the whirlpool opened up, the actual landmass of Kileryne had a power vacuum, and all these factions started fighting over who got to be the new leader. Should it be the mages? Should it be the priesthood? Should it be the lords? Should it be this person over here who was related to the king who originally lived on the archipelago, who is now sunk into the whirlpool? That kind of thing. Basically, all these claims kept propping up, and countries keep rising and falling in Kileryne so quickly, I'm not even actually going to draw a true map when it comes time to draw Kileryne's map. Archipelago, yeah, that's stable. But Kileryne, the main landmass, is so unstable, the only part I can actually draw, and it be consistent between all three games that we run through this, is basically just the archipelago and the mountains that separate the mainland of the archipelago to the rest of Kileryne. And basically you can only get to the archipelago mainland via airship. It's why the airships are so major in that region, also gnomes. And also Warforged. Hey, Warforged technology, of course they're going to make great artificers, so of course them and the gnomes, if they were able to ever get their shit together, they'd make some amazing airships. Look forward to that in the big game. But the actual landmass, because these countries keep propping up and disappearing, or they'll crop up and take over another country, it's like a moving map, and it changes year to year, month to month, decade to decade. It's no one faction has been able to gain any true footing. The only factions that have really remained stable are the Wizards College, further away in the east of the country, close to the coast. You've got the priesthood of Kileryne, who think that they should be in charge because what basically destroyed Kileryne initially was an attack of the gods, so it's clearly a religious matter. They've managed to stay stable, and that's a conglomerate of about 10 to 15 head priests of 10 to 15 different gods. And you've also got, like, other interactions, just those are like the main two, and then there's like one nobility that's kind of holding stalwart, that's like holding strong, but everything else is like suddenly someone will crop and go, all these old fuddy-duddies have no idea what they're doing, I'll lead, and they'll rise a small army and take a small landmass, and then they'll have their own little country, and that might last 50 to 100 years at most, and then it'll just get reabsorbed. So that's the situation that Kileryne is in, and it is in a constant conflict, and I intend for it to be in a constant conflict well into and maybe after the big Party 5e game that will be done after Archipelago of Dragons and Traveller's Lacebart is over. So, thanks for coming and listening to this one. Tomorrow is our last day. Please, please, please enjoy yourselves. We are almost through with this awful year. I hope you've been enjoying these videos as much as I enjoyed making them. See you tomorrow for a real celebration. Bye.